So yeah, the first card you've got for your past is this King of Cups up here. Yeah, right away I'm getting this because my eye's going all the way down to that Two of Pentacles. There's lots of backwards and forwards here. Lots of backwards and forwards. And it feels like your emotions were going backwards and forwards. Your emotions were going backwards and forwards. And I think they're still a little bit like that. It's almost like I want to love you. I do love you, but I have to let you go. And I'm going up and down. Should I stick with you? Should I go? Should I stick with you? Should I go? Now, I don't think this is a love connection, as in a romantic love connection. That the feeling I'm getting around this is that it's platonic. That's how it feels to me. It actually feels like it might be someone you care about. It might be a relative, a younger relative, might be a younger sibling, a child even, an adult child. It feels like it's someone older. It doesn't feel like a child as in a young child. It feels like an older child or even an adult child or a sibling who's younger than you. Someone who you're very, very close to, who you have that kind of parent kind of relationship with, if that makes sense to you. So now, yeah, there's this up and down, up and down, up and down. Lots and lots of emotions. And if you look at this king, he's right in the middle of all this emotion, all this sea, and he's kind of sitting there all by himself in the middle of it, not quite knowing what to do. He's not getting into the emotion, he's feeling it, but he's not showing that. So you're having to separate yourself from someone. I think you're having to be apart from someone. And it actually really hurts you, I think. I think that hurts you to be apart from them because you love them. Look at this, look at the Strength card down here. Look at the love between the woman and the lion. You know, she's so tender. She loves this, you know, she loves this lion. And I think that's how you feel about this person. Inside you, you've got all this love. You're very, very tender. But on the outside, you're a lot more like this king because you have to stop your emotions. You have to let them go. You have to let them go because they're very, very difficult. This is someone who's, just looking at this line again in the Strength card, they're difficult to love. They're difficult to be around. They're difficult to be around. They're like a lion. I mean, I'm not saying they're literally like a lion, but you know, you look at this woman. She loves this lion. She's taking care of this lion. But lions obviously are going to be difficult to take care of. You know, they can kill you, they can hurt you. And I think maybe this person's hurt you. I think this person's really, really, really hurt you. And I think you know that they're going to continue to hurt you in some way. And that's why you have to separate yourself from them. That's what I'm getting. You've got unconditional love for this person. That's why I keep on seeing a child that might be your child, might be your adult child, might be your sibling, or it might even be a parent. Because sometimes, you know, when our parents get older, we end up being their parent in a way. We end up taking care of them in a lot of ways. So it could even be that. But whoever this is, you love them unconditionally because, you know, look at this woman. She's got this infinity symbol above her head. So you love them unconditionally. You have that unconditional love for them and it's forever. You always love them. But you're going to have to separate yourself from them, or you have done that already. And it's for them. It's for their sake. Because it feels like there's nothing more you can do for them at this time. But also for yourself. For yourself, you've got to separate yourself from your own emotions, like this king, like the king. You know, he's on his own island. All the emotions are around him. He's separating himself from the emotions. So I think that's what you've had to do if this is resonating with you. Yeah, there's a divide now. Well, there's going to be when you separate, and you're really feeling that, even if you haven't physically separated from them yet, you're feeling that emotional divide there, because there's a hurt there. They've hurt you. They've hurt you. They're doing things you don't agree with. I'm getting that too. You still absolutely 100% love them, and that's why this really, really hurts you, I think. But I'm actually seeing you getting closer eventually. Very, very eventually in the future, a long time into the future. You have got a bit of a rocky future ahead of you, between you, if that makes sense. I think you're always going to clash a bit. I think you're always going to be like that. I think your heads always clash a bit. You're very different people. So there's always going to be that little bit of tension between you, I think. I have to be honest. But it'll get better. It'll get better eventually. You'll be closer than where you are now eventually. But I think that's a long time down the road, I have to say. I have to be honest with you. So I hope that helps someone. And yeah, so with a strength card, obviously that's you. You're a lion. I think outwardly, people see you as this lion. They see you as this lion because you are the lion, and you're brave. You do things for yourself. You're the leader. You don't follow other people, but not many people see the inside of you. And I think on the inside, you've got a lot of this woman in you. You've got the softness. You've got the caring side, and also I'm getting intuition here. You really, really tap into your feelings. You're very sensitive in that way. So, and I think I'm just looking at some of your past relationships. I think especially the last one you were in, I'm seeing that because it's closer to you, but it's in your past. You were denied love. You were denied love. You were denied someone else's love. And this is what I'm getting. I'm getting, why am I last? Why do I come last? Why does everything come first for you apart from me? I come last. That's what I'm getting. Why are you denying your love to me? Why are you denying your love? I'm getting blocking as well. I think someone blocked you out. I'm getting feeling very unsure about where you are around your ex. Okay, I'm not making excuses for them. I'm really not doing that. But I think in this connection and in other ones as well, not just love, but in other connections, friendships, things like that, you come across as this line, you come across as this very, very strong person, and you are like that. And a lot of people don't see past that. And it's almost like this person doesn't need love. They don't need me. They don't need anything. They're strong. They're the lion. And I think if they took the time to really know you properly, they'd see that part inside of you. They'd see that sensitivity, that love that's there. But I don't think people really see that unless they really, really take the time to know you. So that's kind of what I'm getting there. You're this very, very beautiful person, very loving person on the inside. And I think, I know it's really hard, but I think the message here is, or the advice here is in this card, is in the future, in say future relationships you're going into, even if you're in one now, if you can trust someone and you're with someone and you know that you can trust them, show that side of you more. Show that more, that more sensitive side, that more vulnerable side of yourself. And I think if you do that, they'll understand you a lot more and they'll show that side of you. But really, if someone wants to know you, they will find that out about you anyway. So if you're with someone who really loves you, they're going to, make it their business to find that out about you. But that's just kind of a little bit of advice I'm getting there, to kind of show people that you're not just this big, strong, capable person, and you are that. But you want love from someone. You want love from someone. And so you need to show that that's what you need sometimes. So I hope that makes sense to someone. And don't think I'm blaming you. I'm not doing that. That's just a little bit of advice that I'm getting here. Okay, so I'll talk about the Ten of Pentacles here now. Look at this bridge here. It's like an archway. And archways are all about protection. So with this family member, or this child, or this sibling, or whoever this is you really love unconditionally, that's what your instinct is. Your instinct is to protect them. I want to be around them. I don't want them to be hurt. If they're without me, they're going to hurt themselves. And I need to be there to help them. I need to be there to protect them. But I think you know as well that you need to step back. You need to step back and watch them. And we're stepping back from this family here. And so that's what you're doing. You're stepping back from the family member. You're stepping back from that protection. And you're just going to let them do that for themselves and deal with things themselves. Yeah, very, very hard for you. But I just want to tell you, if this is what you're going through, you're doing the right thing in doing that. Because I think you've protected them before a lot. You've done a lot for them, and it hasn't worked. It really hasn't. I think they still see you as someone who they can take from. I'm getting that. They can take from you without giving to you. And that's not fair on you. It's not fair on your emotions. And they're not going to grow if that's what they're doing. And you know that. You know that. Okay, so there's something else I'm getting in this Ten of Pentacles. I'm getting a love connection. Now, it's not this ex I was seeing here in the King of Cups or whatever. I was seeing an ex there. Yeah, it's not them. It's not that ex. This is someone completely different. This is someone, now I'm getting lots of up and down in a different way here, looking at, because the Two of Pentacles is right next to this. So what I'm getting is, you never quite got together properly with this person. You were never in a relationship where you said, yes, this is an official relationship. This is someone who was kind of, you were seeing, you wanted to get together. Sometimes you were more enthusiastic about them. Sometimes you really felt this passion about them. You wanted them and they weren't quite ready. And then there were times where they were more ready than you. And then I'm getting this, I think there was one particular time where they were all hot, they wanted you, they made it really clear they wanted you, and then they disappeared, or they left, or they did something like that. They closed off from you, they went cold. That's what I'm getting, and that really hurt you. And so you're like, well, I'm just going to leave this now. I don't want to go through this again. I don't want to go through these ups and downs. Either they want me or they don't. If they want me, they can come and chase me. I'm not going to chase them anymore. I'm just going to move on. But you still have that bit of, you still think about them. And I think you're thinking about them now. You still thought about them. They're still in your mind all the time. You go to bed, you go to shut your eyes, you're thinking about this person. That's what I'm getting if that resonates with you. Now, I am seeing some roadblocks being pushed out of the way. I'm seeing them going through a few difficult things in their life. They've been through some horrible things in their life. I think they've had some kind of a near miss or something like that, or they've lost someone, or something horrible's happened. Because I'm getting this healing. I'm just looking at the Temperance card and there's healing there. So they've been through something really, 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 really difficult. And they're putting all these roadblocks between you. If you're ever wondering whether they were really thinking of you, whether they really loved you or cared about you, or they had strong feelings for you, yes, they did. I'm getting that here. They did have strong feelings for you. I really think they're going to start to remove some roadblocks out of the way between you, and they might come and communicate with you again at some time. I'm getting that here. Because sometimes, just looking across at the Two of Pentacles again, sometimes that's about communication, it's about texting, it's about, one message goes up and it comes down, the other one comes up and down. So it can be about that as well. And I'm really getting roadblocks being removed, and I'm getting doubts being removed. They had doubts about you. I know that sounds horrible, but I have to be honest here. They had doubts about whether they could get serious with you, and that's why it never happened, or one of the reasons why. And I know you feel as if this person really messed you around, but they did actually have doubts. I'm not making excuses for them. They should have told you this. But I think now those doubts are being removed, and I'm really getting this. I had these doubts about them, had all these doubts about them, but now there's no doubt. There's no doubt. I know what I want now. I know what I want. And this thing that I've been through, it's made me realise that. So I think that's what's happening with them. I think you're going to start to see this person come close to you again. Now, you might be fed up with them because you're like, no, if they're not chasing me, that's it. I don't care. But, you've still got that thing. You still think about them sometimes. So I'm not sure what you're going to do. I suppose it depends on what they'll say to you when they talk to you. But I am seeing this person coming to talk to you. I'm really seeing doubts being removed. I'm literally seeing, I had all these doubts before. Now there's no doubt. Now there's no doubt. That's what I'm getting. Okay, I'll go with your present with this Temperance card. Because, again, with this card, they're healing, they're coming out of something, they're coming through something. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. And that's where they're removing all these doubts. It's like, life's short, life's short. Now that I've had this near chance or this problem that's happened to me, I know that life's short. I know that I have to go for what I want now. That's what I'm getting. They're rising up out of that. And you know, when you've got temperance and strength together in the same spread, it's actually quite rare to see the two of them together like this, because you've got temperance, which is rising out. There's passion here as well. There's, you know, healing and all that. And then you've got the strength card, and out of that is going to come this love and this care. And they're really going to want to show that to you. That they're really going to want to show that to you. So that's what I'm getting there again. So just to be aware that this is going to happen if you know who this is. Okay, I have to say this for someone. You might be a little bit edgy, a little bit bad-tempered over the next couple of weeks. Just be a little bit careful with what you have to say to people. Yeah, especially over the next 2 weeks. I'm getting that really clearly. There's a lot of tension around you for a few different reasons, I think. But there's one big thing here I'm getting. It looks like there might be something coming up with a lot of pressure around it, something around work. Might be a presentation, an interview, something like that. And it feels really stressful. And so you're kind of on edge. You're kind of waiting for this to be over. You're really worried about someone who's in this presentation. You're like, oh, what am I going to say? I've got this feeling that they're really difficult to please. It's something like that that I'm getting. It feels like something quite formal, might be an interview. Okay, I'm getting this really clearly. I know this is really specific. I think someone's going to be missing. Someone's going to be missing from this meeting or interview, whatever this is, because I'm literally seeing a gap. I'm seeing a space. It's like an extra chair or something like that where this person should be. So this is going to be quite different from what you're imagining. You're imagining lots of stress and all that kind of thing, and it's not going to be so bad. It's really not going to be so bad, because I think this person's missing. Someone else is going to take their place. Someone who doesn't know you all that well, I'm getting. So if you've got that thing ahead of you, just know that it's not going to be as bad as you think. It's not going to be as bad as you think. Someone's replacing someone else, or someone's moving around or something like that. There's a scary person, a really scary person, a difficult person there. They're not going to be there. Someone else is going to be there, if that resonates with you. I'm seeing that very, very, very clearly for someone. Okay, so yeah, with this love connection, again, I'm getting this again. This person who had these doubts, they're being removed. They're being removed. I'm definitely seeing a change of heart here. I'm seeing them coming out of the old thoughts, coming up into new. I'm seeing growing. They're growing as a person. They're becoming more stable. They want to be more stable with you. That's what I'm seeing. And yeah, this is what happened before. You were thinking they don't think this is serious. They're not thinking I'm a serious contender really here. So if they don't think I'm serious, I'm not going to bother. And I think you're right. I think they weren't taking you all that seriously, because I had all these doubts and they were backwards and forwards. There was definitely absolutely 100% chemistry there. And you can see that in the Temperance card. There was chemistry there. But now what I've got here is, I'm just looking over this whole reading. You've got all these coin cards here. You know, earth, stability. And the Ten of Pentacles can be about growing into some kind of family setup, a more stable setup. So that's what they're thinking about. You know, and you've got the Justice card here as well. And that's about weighing things up and getting back into balance and thinking, you know, on the one hand there's this, on the other hand there's that. So, you know, do I really want this person? I have to think about this really carefully. And when I come to them, I have to show them that I'm well balanced. I'm not up and down anymore. I'm better balanced. I need to show them that. I need to show them that. So yeah, there's this change of heart. And again, it's come from this healing. It's come from something they've been through.